Hello, it's Doug from Behind Closed Doors, and today I'm going to be looking at a video called Andrew Tate Reveals How Top G's Slide in DMs. Before we get started, I just want everyone to know who hasn't seen one of my videos before that I have a product called What to Message a Girl for Online Dating Success. And I'd recommend any guy that's online dating online, whatever you want to call it, to go get it. Because you'll be wasting so much time. If you match with a girl on Tinder or Bumble or Hinge or whatever, you'll be chatting so much on there, a lot of you guys, and it will go nowhere because you don't know how to get them out onto a date and to see if you got chemistry or not. So this product is very relevant to this video that I'm watching, which is why I mention it.
Oh, what's the next part? All right,
let's see. So you're gonna inbox a chick. That's the first thing you're gonna look at. That's all you've got. Do not give a shit about keeping people updated with your life because no one fucking cares about your shit life anyway. This is the...
Yeah, that is true. Nobody gives a fuck about you and no one cares about your life. So people seem to think that they do for some reason.
Absolute hard reality. Another thing you don't want to do, if you look on my Instagram, there's a picture of me with 4 guys sitting with leather jackets before we did some work in London. We're clear.
Yo, they really do look like Russian mobsters, bro. Tate looking a little funny, like a little like, yo, what? Wait, what?
Breathe air. Russian mob, so that's allowed. If you're clearly mafia or you're looking like a G, you're allowed. But in general, groups of pictures of men are a no. I'm telling you some solid no-nos for Instagram.
Okay, groups of pictures of men, a solid no-no. Maybe because she'll compare you to those other guys, and she'll be like, oh, that friend is cuter, and then she might just go in and follow him instead. So, you know, you might be setting yourself at a disadvantage.
Because living in the animal kingdom, it's always little...
Yeah, I better comment as I'm doing a reaction video. I am listening, even though I was checking out something because something was going on, so I had to check it out. Yeah, so pictures of groups with men. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I basically just have pictures of me, because what else does she need to know?
Shitty, weak animals that are in huge groups. Prey, like fucking buffalo or whatever, even though they're strong. The prey, the things that get hunted are always in big groups. The hunters are like 1 or 2. Hunters are like lone soldiers. You don't see fucking 20 hunters together. If you think you and all your 20 friends are cool with your beers, 20 guys in a picture.
Yeah, I go out by myself, I leave by myself, and if I meet up with a girl, I'll take her with me, but, even just having a girl with you, you've now got to defend her if something kicks off. So it's sort of like the more people you out with, the more likely it is that people are going to cause shit for you, whether that's a girl that's playing up or a guy that is sort of portrayed you or whatever, or is got too drunk or whatever. I prefer just to be more of a, what do they call it, a stigma male. I'm like 90% MGTOW, like men going their own way. But there's this 10% where I really enjoy the company of women.
No one gives a fuck, and if a girl looks at it, she's not going to know which one is you, and instinctively, she's going to think, they are loser. You on your own.
Again, this is interesting because even someone like Andrew, who's the top G, is thinking about what the woman is thinking about and how it's coming across. I don't care about how it's coming across. I honestly don't. This is probably the difference between me and most guys. Because guys seem to care so much about how their image is coming across to a girl. And I just don't give a fuck. Look, I mean, look at my videos, for example. I wear the same shit all the time. Like, I say the same shit. Like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. And what I think a lot of guys are doing is they're going out pretending like they don't give a fuck, when I really don't give a fuck.
You and someone else. 2 guys, 3 guys.
I mean, listen, look, women take a lot from the Instagram, all right? So if you're sitting here drinking every single week, all right, you're going to sit here sliding her DM.
Again, it's sort of like he's saying it as well. It's sort of like, well, women think this and that. I don't care about what she's thinking about. Rule number one, don't worry about what she's thinking about. And I say don't care a lot, and I interchange it with don't worry. And it's kind of, to me, it's part and parcel. It's sort of like, that's their business. However they're deciding to perceive you is their business. And you can't influence that. You could be the best guy in the world or the worst guy in the world. If she fancies you, even the worst guy in the world, she'll fancy. And if you're the best guy in the world and she doesn't fancy you, then she won't fancy you. So it doesn't really matter what you do or who you are or what reality is. All that matters is what goes on inside of her head and the story that she tells herself.
See that?
And you have no control over that. It's nice to think that we do, isn't it? It's nice to think that we can influence other people and to be able to, you know, say and do things in order to be able to manipulate them. But I think it's better to just be yourself and be honest.
She's gonna be turned off by that. She's gonna be like, this is this guy's values. He goes out every week.
She's going to be turned off by that. You see how he's talking? He's saying, oh, she's going to be thinking this, that, the other. He's thinking on behalf of the woman. That's the fundamental thing that most guys do wrong. They're thinking on behalf of other people when you don't know anything about that person. Especially strangers on the internet. How do you know what she's thinking? I'm wearing a hoodie at the moment. Now, the way that these pickup artist guys kind of think about it is, well, if I'm wearing a hoodie, she's going to think that I'm a stalker. Oh, and she'll be afraid and she won't like that. Or, oh, if I'm wearing a hoodie, then she might think I'm cold. Like, both are equally valid, because there could be 1,000 reasons as to why I'm wearing a hoodie, and there could be 1,000 reasons as to what she believes about people that wear hoodies. There's even some people on my bloody comment section on my YouTube that says, oh, I wouldn't trust a guy wearing a hoodie indoors. It's like, well, that's how you establish trustworthiness of someone. It's so superfluous and superficial. It's ridiculous. So if that's your judgment of the world, I don't want to know anything about you. So you've automatically excluded yourself, because if you know that you're a great guy and you put yourself out there honestly, other people will recognize that. And if they don't, then that's great, because they've eliminated themselves so that you don't have to figure out if they're worth hanging out with.
And he gets shit drunk. What is he doing with his life? I don't know. So, yeah, your Instagram is a true reflection of yourself. So make yourself look good. All right, you're in control of what you can post on social media. That's on you.
Yeah, I agree with that. You should put like good photos out there and a good representation of yourself, but you shouldn't be overly worried about how it's coming across to other people. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not saying take bad photos and I don't give a fuck, so I don't even need an Instagram account. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, just don't concern yourself with what other people are thinking about and how they're perceiving things.
Max, bang, I'm a G. You don't need to be having fucking big groups of things. Next thing, do not put any pictures of you with your mouth open. That soy face shit is taking over the world. You know when guys are uncomfortable in their skin, so they take a picture and they go like, or some shit. That's been scientifically proven in primates, monkeys. They open their mouth as a sign of submission. Primates, which are our closest cousin, when the alpha male monkey turns up, he's got a pissed off face. And the other monkeys, when they see him, they kind of go and show their teeth as saying like, it's a submission thing, like don't hurt me. And nowadays, if you look at fucking...
I'm taking the piss, but he's right.
a Democrat or a liberal or someone who doesn't support Trump, all of their pictures, they got their fucking mouth open. The reason they do that is instinctually, it's a submissive sign. Like, please, world, don't hurt me. And women,
yeah, it's trepidation, it's fear. You know, usually laughter and crying, it's sort of like, it changes your breathing. It's a lot to do with the breathing. I'm not going to go into all it, but he's right.
detect that shit.
Damn, I didn't know that shit, bro. I sit here, I post my face like that. Yo, that shit is known to get clicks on YouTube, bro. So you know.
You see, some people do that like that kind of a thing, and you know, Tate's very much does all that kind of alpha male shit. I just kind of just relax and just do. I've got a resting bitch face anyway, so I don't have to worry about it.
Doing what YouTube does. I didn't know it was all primitive and all this shit. Fucking, this is a sign of submission. I mean, it is. It's like, it's a sign of like, it's an expression of like, oh shit, what the.
If you see a girl and a guy, if it's a happy relationship, the guy isn't smiling and he's kind of like just, and the girl's like she's happy as a pig in shit. Like that is the perfect relationship. When the guy likes the girl and the girl is happy to be with the guy, and loves the guy. That's the perfect relationship.
Fuck is that?
It's not.
So maybe it's
not attractive.
Maybe you got a
Get
point.
rid of that shit. Look about your business. You're a full-grown fucking man. You haven't got to look pissed off. You got to look about your business. Look like you know what you're doing. Like you know where you're going. Like you're doing something worthwhile. Nobody is doing anything worthwhile going like this.
But here's the most important thing about, don't just look the part, but actually truly live the part, all right? Be that guy that does the things in that Instagram profile. Don't just create that Instagram profile and be like, yeah, it's set up, it's done, that's it. No, be that dude. Work every single day to be that guy that you sit here and you've created in your own image. Work towards that, all right? That's genuine. That's valuable.
Girls don't want to see you fucking happy, having a great time laughing. You're not 5 years old. You're a fucking full-grown man. Looking for a man who's gonna take care of her. Looking for a fucking serious G. So put that shit together, build an Instagram page. Even if you can only get 5 good photos, that's enough. Never update it again. Because girls don't check when the photo was posted. You think a girl sees a good picture and goes, oh, that was posted 6 months ago. They don't give a fuck. They look on your fucking page and go, oh, okay, I'll reply to you.
Nah. I think they will definitely look at like, yo, this guy posted.
But again, who gives a fuck? Like, it doesn't matter if she doesn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if she's looking. I don't care. This is what I'm saying. They're both saying the same thing. Do you think she does this? He's saying, oh no, I think she does that. Oh, what does she feel about this? There's so many unnecessary assumptions that are being created. Just put yourself out there, put what you're happy with, and that's that. If somebody sees in you what you see in you, that if I take a picture of myself like this, and I think, oh, that's a nice picture, I'll put that on my Instagram or Tinder or whatever the fuck you want to put it on, or Facebook or whatever. I like that picture. I think that's a good picture of me. But I wouldn't sit around thinking, what does everyone else think about it? I hope she likes it, or does she think it's too much? Like, I wouldn't even think about what she's thinking about. I'm thinking, I like that photo. I'm going to put that out there. That's me. The same way I'm expressing myself in this video. Some people will like it, some people won't. Who gives a fuck? Like, I don't care. So, so I'm going to act the way that I want to act. And I'm going to put out an image of myself the way that I'd like to. And if they don't like it, then that's good. And that saves me a lot of time in disqualifying people that aren't interested in me. And if they do like it, they might see me what I see in me.
I think they will definitely look at like, yo, this guy posted all these pictures within the same day. This looks like a scammer page, all right? I've gone through so many profiles where I'm like, yeah, bro, like a lot of these profiles are definitely scammers. I'm not following. That's it. So I think a lot of people are very fully aware of that. But I don't know. Top G's got a different perspective.
You're right. You don't know, so don't assume.
Done. Get a couple good pictures. That's that. Next stage. What do you inbox the woman that makes you different from everyone else?
I like the way he's using a pen. I used to be a magician, and he's using the pen in the same way a magician would use a magic wand. He's using it because what magic wands do, the reason why they're nice and big and black with a white tip, that's what she said, is to direct attention so that you pay attention to where the white tip's going. But you can use a pen, you can use this, you can use anything. So I think I might start using that as well. They kind of do it at school as well, when they point to the board and point, Jenkins at the back, what do you think of this? It directs attention. The tip directs attention.
Now, everyone watching this, I'm sure you've already inboxed loads of girls on Instagram. I don't know what you particularly say. I'll tell you what I would say, and I'll give you screenshot examples. So, a lot of men say, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? She doesn't even...
Hey, how are you is so fucking basic, bro, all right?
To be fair, like, it's not just... People just don't know what to write. They just don't know how to approach strangers. I don't think it's an exclusive thing that's wrong with men, because women write exactly the same fucking thing. Hey, how are you? Hey, Doug, how was your day? Hey, or they'll just write hi, and I don't blame them, because nobody knows what the fuck to write. So you kind of like, it's not a problem with men so much. It's more of a problem with the fact that you messaged a complete stranger off the internet that you don't even know, and the only thing that you have in common is the fact that you're thinking about fucking each other. So it's a bit of a, never in history has that ever been a thing.
Every single guy is gonna say, hey, you, hey, gorgeous, hey, beautiful, hey, how are you? These are all the same ass, lame ass shits, all right? Sit here.
Yeah, and if you do want to know exactly what to write so that you get the best response possible, buy my course. This is where the sale comes in, because ordinarily I don't sell things on here. I put an advert in a video or whatever, but I never push for a product. But, got my pointer again. In videos like this, where it's extremely necessary to know exactly what to write in order to get the best response, you need my product. And then it's not enough that you just write what I'm writing. You need to understand why I'm writing it, and I go into the videos to explain why I'm writing it, and then that gives you a way of thinking, a mindset for the rest of the interactions in the date, and for when you send the second text message and the third text message, and when you meet up on a date, what are you going to say? Because if you don't even know what to say in a text message, then you're already at a losing start. So if you get off at the best start with the best mindset and going with the best attitude into a date or a relationship or whatever it is that you're doing, if you go into the interaction with the best social tools, because communication is a social skill, then you'll stand a better chance of getting a better quality interaction.
You know, maybe look at the story, maybe look at a picture, come up with a clever, not even a clever line, just come up with a real genuine comment. Something that most people wouldn't mention or talk about, all right? Say that in like 10 words or less. I don't know, make it sound clever, make it sound unique, make it...
I write exactly the same thing every time. Even if she's messaged me first and is showing interest, like, hey, how are you? Or ask me a question, I incorporate that. Then I go into my opener and I do it all within a little sentence or paragraph, a short paragraph. And it's beautiful and it's perfect. And like I say, you'll see loads of examples in the video advert that I've created for it. I can't recommend it enough.
Sound genuine. Okay, that's it. And just get the attention. That's all you have to do. Create a good hook. Noah Williams, women love a little bit of mystery. You see? They do. They definitely do.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not thinking about how to be mysterious and how to be intriguing. I'm honest. And by being honest and respectful, that is mysterious and intriguing in itself, because nobody else is fucking doing it. Everybody's lying, cheating and deceiving one another because they're so worried about what somebody else thinks of them. That's why my method is different, because I don't have a method. I don't play the game. That's why my game is not to play the game, because I'm just honest. In the same way I'm chatting with you now. I'm just being myself. I'm not worried about how I'm performing and how I'm coming across.
Babe, Maria, yeah, mystery is good, but not other girls pick, in my opinion. Like I said, it's just about it capturing attention. Noah, it depends. Noah Williams, when they check your Insta, they should see a lifestyle they can enter. Yeah, exactly. They should wanna, you should be making it seem like, hey, they can be a part of this. I mean, not really, like, I think that's maybe looking too deep into it. All right, you should make them feel like they can enter that lifestyle.
You can't make them feel any way. People have a right to feel how they feel about anything. All you can do is make sure that you're in the best state and how you feel about yourself. Don't worry about how you're coming across to somebody else. Be concerned about how you're coming across to yourself, to make sure that you're satisfied with that, so that you have self-respect and peace of mind. Because if you've got that, then you'll naturally emanate the right vibe, and the vibe is what the girl's going to pick up on. And if she doesn't like a vibe of somebody that's self-confident because she's used to abusive relationships, then she can go get a fucking abusive relationship, can't she? But if she wants a loving, warm, intriguing, fun, safe, meaningful relationship, then she can come with you. But everybody has a choice.
You shouldn't go out of your way for one girl to be like, oh yeah, here, you know, enter this lifestyle, or I don't know. I'm not really sure what you meant by that, but I can agree with the intentions.
Why would she give a shit about telling you how she is? She knows you don't care. You don't care. And she gets that 30 times a day, so she doesn't care. That's a bad idea. You're beautiful isn't bad, but it leaves you open for loads of shit testing. It leaves you open for I know, or...
Yeah, I wouldn't be complimenting people just based on their appearances through messaging. It just, that doesn't sound right to me. It's something that you would do in person. That's kind of like paying a compliment to somebody in person is something that I do in person. That's part of what makes it a compliment, is that it's personal, it's intimate. Unless you know somebody on the messaging, the compliments aren't a good idea, because you don't know the person. She could be a dickhead.
LOL, or some kind of sarcastic shit that they reply to you that makes you look like a dick. And you gotta instantly fight to prove your manhood. If I message you, go, you're beautiful, and she'll go, I've had like before, LOL, as in laughing. And they're like, what's funny? And then they can ignore you. Then you look a dickhead. You're beautiful, LOL, what's funny? And then you get blanked. You gotta be careful how you set the shit up. Like, women are looking to shit test you as soon as they can. Women are looking to turn it on you and give you some shit to see how you react to them.
Yeah, that's true, because what they're doing, the shit test is testing, because this is all it is, right? I'm going to take this fucking chewing gum out of my mouth because I'm going to spout some wisdom. All this shit that they say about you need game for this and my game and game. All you need is self-respect. If you have self-respect, everything else takes care of itself. If you don't have self-respect, then you need to substitute and supplicate. That's it. Like, if she starts acting like a dickhead, I'll just ignore her. Because I have self-respect. If I didn't have self-respect, and I thought what she thought of me was more important than what I thought of me, then I'd chase her and go after her. And now she doesn't respect me. And that's why they're shit testing. Because the reason why they give shit tests to you, because it's testing your self-respect. If they test you, they test your self-respect, and you collapse, then they can't trust you because they can't lean on you. Girls want to lean on you. So if they shit test you and you fucking take it, and they're like, fuck, I can really, now then they relax. They're like, I can trust this, I can put my head down on this, I feel safe with this guy. But they're testing for safety, they're testing for self-respect. And so if you're somebody that sacrifices your self-respect because you're so busy trying to appease other people, then that will come across, and that's weakness. And they're after a strong man. And a lot of people can't say no to a girl, they just can't do it.
Straight away. So in my experience, what I find raises intrigue, it inspires them to respond, and also makes it extremely difficult for them to shit test me is I ask where they are. So what I do, and you're gonna see a screenshot in a second, I live in Book.
All right, that's interesting. Asking where they are. Maybe, I guess maybe if you're in a different country, I don't know. That's weird. I don't think any girl will sit here and be like, wait, what? I don't know. This is top G. Maybe he's putting me on a new game. I don't think most girls will sit here and reply to, where are you?
Romania.
I have that as kind of like a second or third question. Because I have who, what, where, when, how. So where is one of the questions, but it's not the first question. So it is a question that will come up, because if we're like 5 miles apart, 10 miles apart, 100 miles apart in another country, then it matters where we are in order to be able to meet up. But that comes up later after they've agreed to meet up. So I do have that, where are you? And also I volunteer where I am. So I'm in so-and-so, where are you based? And so I do have that, where are you? But I just don't have it on the opener.
Doesn't matter if I'm in London, Bucharest, Moscow, anywhere I am. I just say Bucharest question mark, or Moscow question mark, or London question mark. Sometimes, because like I said, intrigue.
Oh, you just state where you are question mark. All right. If your profile is strong enough, all right, if you have like, let's say 10,000 followers, you got solid pictures, you got great social proof, you got a nice little profile pic on the top, all right, this DM will probably work. May work, all right, like 20% of the time. That's
Again, this is slightly different to what I do, because I go on the dating apps, because I'll get like 10 dating apps, and then I'll go on there so that I've got a large funnel to pick from. Whereas they're going around Instagram trying to find girls and slide into their DMs. So they're talking about Instagram game, whereas I'm talking about after you've matched on a dating app. So there's a big difference there, because with the girls on the dating app, you know that they're already single, or so they say. You know that they're actively looking, they're lonely enough to want to go online and look for somebody else. So they're proactively searching for somebody, and they've already looked at your profile or picture or whatever, and they've liked you. So it's very similar to marketing. They're a qualified prospect. So when you message her, you're already so far ahead because they're already qualified to be talking to you. So you already know where you're at. Whereas with girls on Instagram, they might have a boyfriend, they might be married, they might be between relationships. You don't know what's happening with them.
Put a completely emoji on the end. Some cherries, or an orange, or a strawberry. Because it doesn't mean anything. So the girl's sitting there, she's scrolling through, how are you, you're sexy, how are you, you're sexy, how are you, sexy. Bucharest, strawberry? Fuck. Yeah, I am in Bucharest. Then they start to think.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's called a pattern interrupt. So basically she's getting the same, hey, how are you, hey, you're beautiful, hey, you're gorgeous. So all that. So if you're doing things like if you've got a blue check mark, I believe that they use on Instagram, or if you're doing an opener which is unique, that is like one word question mark with a strawberry, it stands out from the pattern, so it grabs her attention amongst all the other people to choose from. Another one is leaving a voice note. If you leave a voice note, they go, oh, who's this voice note from? They have to listen to it, so it's different to it having to read a message. So anything that's on the message inbox that makes it stand out.
Why does he want to know where I am? Like, does he want to fuck me? Has he seen me? Does he have something of interest for me? And they usually reply, yeah, why? Or yeah, because they're interested. They're like, well, what the fuck, what does he want to know for? So that's how you get the instant response. In my experience, I've done a lot of it.
Yeah, because he's not going in with asking her out and being bold and direct about it. He's doing indirectly, which again isn't the way that I like to do it. I like to let people know where I'm at and why I'm approaching them and all that kind of stuff. Again, using when I used to be a magician, I go up to a table, you go up to a group of people that you've never met before. What do you say to them? I'm going to come over to show you a card trick. What if somebody doesn't want to see a card trick? Like, do you know what I mean? So when I go over there, I'd explain who I am, what I'm doing, why I'm there, and then I'd lead the interaction. So you're kind of like a salesman, you're kind of, and sales is helping. You're kind of helping people, lead them to where they want to go. And if people don't want to go there, then that's cool. They can go somewhere else. But you're leading the relationship. And the way that you're leading it is with a series of questions.
And they usually reply, yeah, why? Or yeah, because they're interested. They're like, well, what the fuck, what does he want to know for? So that's how you get the instant response. In my experience, I've done a lot of it. Like I said, I got a PhD, bought this course for a fucking reason. I know what to do. In my experience, it's the best message to send. Of course, not every girl's going to reply. But the ones...
Maybe for Instagram, but on the dating apps, mine's the best message to send. I've never tried it much on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. So I'll give it a try on there. See if it'll work the same. I know it will.
You've already, from the first question, raised some kind of intrigue. Because they want to know why you want to talk to them. They're a bit like, that's interesting. So we're going to play through an example here.
You see, I'm honest. And by being honest, it's so rare, it takes them aback. Because they're not used to honesty. So I just be honest. And that automatically creates intrigue. Because it creates more mystery. I know it sounds a bit backwards, but it does.
Help a girl. Look at it on my phone. We're going to put the graphics up in the video because we're fucking professionals. Me and my boy James.
Shout out to James.
But I hear that AC in the back.
Example. Chick, a 9, hot. Bucharest, hey, yes. Then my reply. Why do I never see you? Where are you hiding? That's my reply. Because
You see, this only works, like I said, if you got the valid profile, if you got an Andrew Tate profile, this shit is definitely gonna work.
Again, it's some intrigue. It's easy. Women like easy conversation. What women don't want to do for a guy they don't know and have never met is think. If a woman has to sit there and go, what do I reply? They ain't gonna reply. If a woman looks at her phone and she hasn't got something instantly she wants to say, she ain't gonna say anything.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That is very, very, very true. All right, you will lose their attention span.
I do agree with both of them. That's if she's not already interested in you. Look, if they're interested in you, they'll be thinking about you all the time. If they're not interested in you, they'll be like, whatever. So it all depends on their level of interest. And although you can influence that, I suppose, which is what all this is trying to do, you don't really want to do that. You want genuine interest.
Like that, bro, especially today's age. So you have to come off as unique. You have to come off as easygoing, easy to the flow. That's why the technique I used to get my girl, and my girl's in the chat, she could also attest for this, is literally, yo, as soon as we get a conversation flowing, as soon as it's going back and forth, that's it. I'm stopping the conversation and I'm sending a voice note. And I expect her to send a voice note back. I expect us to FaceTime. If the voice notes go great, let's get on a phone call.
Yeah, okay, so that's not the way that I do it, but it's exactly the same thing. It's leading the interaction. So you've got step A, step B, step C. In the same way when you go into the dentist. You go into the dentist, oh, hello, come in, take a seat. You sit in the dentist chair. All right, we're just going to tilt you back. You're just taking them through the process of taking them out on a date. That's all it is. And if they don't want to come, then they don't have to come. You just message somebody else. It's not a problem.
Let's meet up ASAP. ASAP Rocky. All right, but make sure you feel comfortable. Make sure you got the vibe, and the vibe is
empathy.
All right, have a little bit of empathy and intrigue. All right.
You need to do what you're supposed to do.
Well, I'd say I base a relationship on honesty, trust, and respect. So I just focus on that. And I don't worry about being empathetic and all that other kind of stuff. Because that's where you get into the territory of worrying about what she's thinking about and how you're coming across and all that kind of stuff. If she doesn't want to tell, because you never know what she's thinking. You can only ever go on what she's telling you. And she might be telling you a load of bullshit. So you don't know. So you never really know somebody. you can only ever really gauge them based on what they do. So if they say, yeah, I'll go out for a drink with you or whatever, and then they don't show up, they flake on you, then they're full of shit, aren't they? And if they might come back with an excuse, oh, I was running late or this, or the car broke down or whatever. But you kind of, you have to learn that. You don't just assume, you just don't assume what the girl is thinking, because you don't know what she's thinking, because you don't know what's going on inside of her life that influences her thoughts. Everybody is different. Everybody thinks differently.
Because she has so many messages a day as a woman that if you don't get inspired to instantly type something back, you're not going to type anything. So if you just say something boring, they'll look at it and leave you on red. You got to write something that makes them instantly reply. So I said, why do I never see you? Where are you hiding? And the reason I say that in a very particular way is because it's extremely easy for them, 99% of them say, I'm not hiding. That's what nearly every one of them says. I'm not hiding. All of them. What did this bitch say? Let me check. I'm not hiding. Oh, no, this bitch said she was hiding.
She said I'm hiding. So she's playing along. You see, she's playing along.
You see, to me, all of this, and this is where I'm going to say, I believe I have better text game here than Andrew Tate. Top G's game is good, but not having any game is better. What the fuck is that noise? Food, glorious food. Fuck's sake.
Long. She's being playful. All right, that's actually a good DM.
I'm hiding in work right now. Don't have much free time. Also notice I put cherries on there when I said, why? Where are you hiding? Why did I put cherries? Who the fuck knows? Your guess is as good as mine, friend.
I don't know, bro. I think the cherries look fucking stupid, bro.
The cherries are acting as a MacGuffin. If you don't know what a MacGuffin is, Google Alfred Hitchcock MacGuffin and look on YouTube and it'll explain it to you. I'm not going to go into it in this video what a MacGuffin is, but to summarise it, it's something that creates mystery and intrigue, that drives the plot without actually being relevant as to what it is, basically.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, you kind of went against yourself. You said don't keep her thinking, because if not, you're gonna lose her attention. So putting the cherries, she gotta sit here and be like, why the fuck did he put cherries? And
yeah, because thinking is intrigue. Intrigue is thinking, because the more you're intrigued by something, the more you think about it. So that's when you start to become obsessed with something. So, yeah. But again, I don't play the game. This is so bizarre. Like, I don't play these games. Even Top G here. Like, and I've got all the respect for Andrew. But I don't play these games. I'm just honest. And I don't care about what she's thinking about. And I don't care about, you know, putting all these fancy things and these long conversations on Instagram or whatever. I haven't got time to do all this shit.
You gotta think about, what am I gonna say to cherries? And then you can lose her attention. And this is going off your reasoning. I'm just saying.
Just makes my message different. Because no one gets messages with cherries. If you motherfuckers start putting cherries in your messages, I'm gonna come over and I'll beat the fuck out of you. It's my thing. Choose a different fruit. Anyway.
Yeah, don't be
Banana would be better.
no fucking cherries, bro. Don't be putting no cherries. That shit ain't gonna work.
I don't get messages with cherries. So it's like, fuck cherries. When girls say to me, why do you put cherries on the messages? I always say, who doesn't like cherries? And they're like, LOL, true. So that's how you get out of the cherry thing. So if you choose strawberries and the bitch gets fresh out of the strawberries, you can say, well, who doesn't like strawberries? Fucking what the fuck? Strawberries are good. Calm yourself down. So that's what that is. I'm hiding in work right now, don't have much time. I said, what work do you do? Break hearts. Look how fucking smooth I am.
That is smooth.
So what I'm doing there...
All right.
I'll tell you what, that is smooth. I wouldn't be having this conversation with a girl over a text message with somebody I don't even know. If they were to write that to me, oh, what work do you do? Oh, well, when we go out for a date, I'll explain it to you. Fuck it. Like, you want to get them out on a date. You want to meet up with them because you don't know if you like them or not. You don't know if you... Because some people look really pretty, but you just don't like hearing their voice. Or some people might seem attractive, but they just... smell is a big thing in attraction. The smell, they might not be smelly, but the smell, the hormones and pheromones and all that horse shit might put you off them. The way that they're acting and behaving, the scent, the vibe that all girls talk about. Oh, the vibe wasn't right. It's something a bit more ethereal than just what you're saying and what you're doing and how you're looking. Sometimes you just gel with people and sometimes you just don't. So, and you only know that by meeting up with somebody. So I wouldn't be getting to the whole, because it's all logical and girls don't think logical. Oh, what do you do for a living and all this kind of stuff. It's logical thinking. They're trying to build a picture or create a story. Whereas they don't make decisions like that. They do it based on emotion, and emotion comes from the experiences that they have in the world through meeting up with you. So you've really got to get them out on a date, and you've got to really get to know if you actually enjoy her company and if she enjoys your company. Until then, you're just wasting fucking time on text messaging.
I'm gonna give it to them. That was pretty smooth, bro. That was pretty smooth.
Yeah, that was smooth. I did like that.
He's giving her a compliment. Because there ain't no ugly bitches out there who are breaking hearts. Only hot girls break hearts. So what I'm basically saying is you're hot. But I'm saying it in a smooth operator kind of way because I'm a fucking...
Yeah, it is smooth operator, but again, it's very much indirect. If I want to give a girl a compliment, figure out what I like about her and I'll tell her straight. And it hits them. And a lot of the time, no one's ever told them the stuff that I'm telling them before. Because they're unique compliments, because everybody's unique. Because I'm not just saying generic things like you're beautiful. I'll say that as well, but they're not the compliments that really hit home.
So what do you do for work? Break hearts.
You see how he did that shit in 1, 2, 3, 4. He did this shit in 7 words, bro. What do you do? Break hearts. That's it. It's as simple as that. Just keep the conversation flowing. It's not that hard.
Say that because it's a compliment. She replies, I do that in my free time. Smiley face. And I put, for fun. And I would say, good thing I'm strong, I'm not afraid. So once again, I'm establishing...
Yeah, but all this texting back and forth, it takes up so much time. And I just want to get them out on the date and...
Some dominance there. I've given her a compliment, but I'm also letting her know I'm the fucking G. Like I said, everyone has to have their own unique style. I'm not saying to say exactly what I say. What I'm trying to explain to you is why I do it. I put the cherries because it makes my messages unique. I ask where they are. That's the one thing I would recommend everyone start with. If you want to fuck a girl and you're in fucking Grand Rapids, Michigan, go on Instagram, type in Grand Rapids, Michigan, see some dickhead hoes who have tagged themselves, and message them and say, Grand Rapids, question mark? And go, why? Just say, oh, I never see you around, where are you hiding? It's a good opener. That's the opener you can take, but the rest of it has to be you. You can't pretend to be anyone other than yourself.
There you go. You see, like I said.
Right, there's 2 things that he's mentioned there. The first one is about how to pick the girls on Instagram. The way that I would do it is take because a lot of times when you're on Tinder or Hinge or Bumble and all that kind of, all the dating apps, they usually say, oh, don't come on here much, message me on, and they put their Instagram. And it's usually because they're trying to build their Instagram following, or they're trying to sell you something on the side, or they genuinely don't come on the app. Again, I don't know because I don't think about them. I know that there's a variety of reasons why somebody would do that. But if you can get their Instagram and then slide into their DMs, because the dating app will already tell you their age and what they're looking for and how far away from you they are, and it answers a series of questions, so again it qualifies them. So when you get the Instagrams off of online dating profiles and then slide into their DMs, you now know that they're single because you just saw them on the dating app. So you don't have to worry about if they're single or whereabouts they are or all that other kind of stuff, because they're already, again, they're pre-qualified. So you don't have to worry about all that shit. So again, another suggestion which I think is better than Andrew, because just if you just type in a place, let's say for example I went to Bath the other week to see my mate. If I just typed in Bath and just went through looking for hot girls and then copying and pasting their Instagram over, they're less likely to be qualified. They might be married, in a relationship, they might have just been visiting the city, they don't know. So whereas if you do it over from online dating, then it makes sense, because you now know that what their situation is and that they're proactively looking for someone. It qualifies them better.
If you're going to create if you're going to create an Instagram, all right, that makes you look a little better, okay, cool, go for that, bro. You know, manifest that shit. But really take steps every single day to really be that guy. Don't just sit here, create that profile, and not do the things that guy in that profile that you created wouldn't do, all right?
That's true, and I agree with all that, but you shouldn't be doing it for the girl. You should be doing it for you. Because like I said, you could be awesome and she could not be attracted to you and so she don't give a fuck anyway. Or you could be a shit muncher, like Andrew says, but yet she thinks you're the shit, and so she puts you up here, so it doesn't matter anyway. So don't worry about what she's thinking about, because her story of you isn't important. What's important is your story of you.
Ask yourself that question every single day. Am I doing what my profile, am I doing what the guy in my profile would do? All right, ask yourself that question. If you're gonna sit here and create a profile that's better than essentially the life that you're living to portray to others, because that's what Instagram is. It's an illusion. It's smoke and mirrors. Everybody knows that shit. That shit ain't fucking new news.
Impersonating someone else is not going to work in the long.
Well, I wouldn't say it's smoke and mirrors. I know what he's saying, but I wouldn't use it as smoke and mirrors. It's only that way if you like to use it that way.
Impersonating someone else is not going to work in the long term. However, you got to be yourself. You got to be yourself in the right way. You can't just, you got to put things in the right angle. So I'm explaining why I do what I do, and you need to listen to it, understand why I'm doing what I do, and apply it to your own style. Don't copy me word for fucking word.
Exactly, I agree with that. And the way that I do it, like I say all the time, is honesty, trust and respect. And the reason why I use those 3 principles is because anybody can apply them. They're generic. So being honest is being yourself. So you're going to be your unique self. You're not going to act like fucking Andrew Tate or this other guy that's reviewing them, or even me. You are going to be the best version of yourself. That is the way to do it. And you do that by being honest and by respecting yourself. And now you stand the best chances of her trusting you enough to go out with you on a date, to meet up with you, to go to bed with you, whatever. Because relationships are all about trust. If you don't trust the person that you're with, it's not going to end well, is it?
She says, "A good thing I'm strong, I'm not afraid." She goes, "I'm just kidding, I'm not that bad to break hearts." And what did I say? Then I asked her how old she was. I always ask how old they are. I don't know why.
That should actually be a standard. I'm not gonna lie. That should actually be a standard.
They always seem to reply to.
Yeah, usually that's on their dating profile, and sometimes they lie, but whatever.
No matter what they say, whether it's 30 or fucking, and unless they're really young, if they're above 20, between the age of 20 and 30, if they're a teenager, I usually say, "Oh, you're young. I'm an old man." But if they're like whatever her age was, I don't think I'll screenshot this.
See, this is really interesting. So he's acknowledging the fact that he messages older and younger women, whereas on the news, when they're reporting about him now, saying about his messaging and stuff, they're saying, oh, he was messaging young girls and all this kind of shit. But he was messaging older girls as well.
Probably. I say, that's a good age. You're old enough to have fun, yet young enough to be smart. Sorry, young enough to have fun, but old enough to be smart. I always say that. Girls like that line, because it makes them sound like, oh yeah, I'm 23.
That is a good line.
I just can't believe Andrew Tate really uses emojis, bro. I would have taken for the guy to use emojis.
Old enough to be smart, young enough.
I use GIFs. You know those little GIF things? I'd rather send a GIF than have to write out a load of shit. Because a GIF, again, it conveys a vibe. It conveys, like, pictures speak 1,000 words. And GIFs are pictures in motion. So they speak even more, like, they're even more expressive. And again, I prefer meeting up with people in person. I don't want to be spending days texting people. I don't want to be on my phone.
Old enough to be smart, young enough to have fun. You ain't smart, bitch, you're dumb. They like that shit.
I can make
Unless
you
I'm a
immortal.
very old man, I'm 30.
I can make you immortal. Jesus is my friend. I'm here for you, Tate.
Yes, I would like to stay forever at this age. Now remember what I said earlier about 20 minutes ago in this video. We are always aiming for progression. This girl is now getting my attention. So far this exchange has happened is about a minute and a half long. Because once again with women, they get bored quick. If I don't reply to her quickly,
You see, that's why I wouldn't sit here. I wouldn't even have replied, bro. I would have gone in with the voice messages like ASAP. All right, sit here, break that ice as soon as you can. You know, make it happen. If she don't respond, she ain't about it. It is what it is. Move on to the next. That's it. That's it.
if I leave her for a couple hours and then try and message her again, she's gonna.
It's true. It's true. All right. So what did we sit here and learn? What did we sit here and learn? We learned. All right. Make a good, solid Instagram profile. All right. Make it look kind of like Andrew Tate's lifestyle. Nah.
No, you can just be yourself. It is good. Just as long as you have good quality photos and that, you know, you put yourself across as the kind of person that you see yourself as. That's all that matters. But don't worry about what they're thinking about.
I'll make it look like Andrew Tate. Make it look like your lifestyle, but make it look a life worth living. A life that she can sit here and she can see herself in. All right. That's the kind of lifestyle that you want. So think about the women that you want to attract. Think about what lifestyle, what she would want in that lifestyle. And then sit here and produce that lifestyle, produce that.
But again, that's how, like I've said in other videos, there's a lover and a provider, and that's selling it as a provider. I don't want to sell it as a provider. I want to sell it as a lover. And selling it as a lover, it's more about who you are than what you have or how you come across, like what lifestyle you have or whatever. It's more about who you are as a person, as an individual, especially if they have been cheated on or lied to or deceived and all that kind of shit. And they're like, I'm fed up with all this. I was like, okay, cool. I'm honest and I look for respect. It's refreshing for them, especially when you are that way.
Content in your Instagram page, all right? Pump up some followers, you know, get like 5K, 10K followers, all right? That shit's going to really make you stand out. And then get some social proof too, you know. Actually have friends, interact, But you know, you don't have to sit here and post like you don't have to have like 90 posts, bro. Have like 9, 12 good posts. That's it. Sporadically over the time. Then sit here, shoot her a DM. You know, shoot several women a DM. I wouldn't even say shoot one girl a DM. Shoot several girls a DM. All right, and then see what you get back. See what you get back. Try to break the ice.
Yeah, and if you shoot the DMs into her inbox, if you do that, if you do all the same standard openers, then you see how all the girls respond differently. And they usually do it in like 3 clumps. So a lot of girls will ignore it. A lot of girls will say something stupid about it. A lot of girls will be happy to read it. And so you can segment it. And you think, oh, that's when you realise that, oh, this has got nothing to do with me because I sent them the same opener for every one. So it's really not got anything to do with you. It's about their perception of you. And you can't concern yourself with that. That's their business. Your business is how you feel and think about yourself.
By throwing the voice message as soon as you can. All right. Let's see what everybody else is saying. Noah Williams. When messaging, it's best to chat as less as possible because they can't see your body language or your voice. So it's best to invite them to meet within 5 lines. Exactly.
I agree. We can agree on that.
Bro. Exactly. You get it, Noah Williams. All right. This is pretty good advice. Start the convo with something unusual. 1 or 2 words. Because everyone in her DMs is asking, "How are you?" Yeah, just don't make it basic. Just make.
Yeah, again, it's that thing, isn't it? Whereby that's why the pickup artists got famous for peacocking, because they were going out dressing up unusually, and now they look weird. So there's that line between standing out and looking ridiculous. But the way that I circumnavigate that is, again, I don't play the game. I just be honest. Honesty cuts through the core shit. It really does.
Interesting. You know, look at her profile. What did you like? Really analyze. What are you truly seeing in her profile? What commentary are you getting out of it? All right. Like when you open up her profile, what are you truly thinking? What are you genuinely thinking when you see her profile? And then find a way to keep that short, keep it interesting, make it mysterious, and then boom, throw it in there and see what you get back. All right. His approach sounds too much like a joke, though. Yeah, I mean, you know, Andrew Tate be trolling a little bit. That's why I'm here.
Well, it works. I think he was using the Instagram for reasons other than dating girls. So I think that's why he's more vague and elusive, because really, you don't know what you can do with a girl until you know what she's capable of. Like sometimes, and it's the same in business, sometimes you'll message someone thinking, oh, I want to sell this product or this service to this client. And then it turns out they're not in the market to buy, but at the same time that they know somebody that is, and also they can help you in return and sell you a product or service. So you don't always get the outcome that you initially went in to try and get. Sometimes you find something even more deep and meaningful and fascinating and more helpful to both parties. So you never know.
Here to kind of take it a little back, but he's the top G, so I think, Noah Williams, I think these things work better on Tinder because girls there are looking to hook up or date. Exactly. But if you're looking for a relationship, I really wouldn't go on Tinder. You know, if you're just trying to hook up, then yeah, I guess go to Tinder. But I just think most girls that on Tinder are musty anyways, bro. I'm going to be honest, bro. I think they're all musty, and I think, you know, they all have like really, 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 really high standards, bro. So it's hard, but you should try it. I'm not saying you shouldn't try it. You should definitely try it.
The last girl I went out with, we were going out for over 2.5 years, coming up to 3 years, and we met on Bumble. So yeah, I mean that's what dating apps are for. Fucking prick. This fucking place. Now it's raining. Shit me. Yes, that was Andrew Tate reveals how top G's slide in DMs. Well, like I said at the beginning, and like I said throughout, and like I said at the end, if you want to know what to DM a girl or what to message her, get my course. It will tell you exactly what to write, how to write it, when to write it, who, what, why, when, how. It will give you everything. And then if you buy the product and you still got any questions, you can I'll give you an email at the end of the product to email me any questions that you have, and I'll help you out. So there you go. That's one less thing to worry about. Because the worst thing is when you go online dating or whatever, and you get all these matches, and then you message them, go talking to her forever, and then you never meet up and nothing comes about of it, and you're like, oh, or they friend zone you, or they just start ignoring you, they're simmering, they're flaking. As a man, you want to lead the interaction to where you'd like it to go and invite her along, and she can choose to come with you or she cannot. It's her choice. It's a free choice. But if you don't go in without some sort of a plan, then it's planning to fail, isn't it? When you have a structure and a system in place for how to deal with people with the online dating, your life becomes exponentially easier. But I charge 50 quid for it, 50 English pounds. So convert that into dollars or whatever, and then add tax or whatever. That's what you're paying for it. Whatever it is, it's less than $100 or pounds or whatever. It's worth paying it because it just saves you so much hassle. Anyway, I hope that video has been helpful. Andrew's in jail at the moment. And as always, I say free Top G. He doesn't deserve to be there. It's disgusting what they're doing to him. I wish him, his brother, all the best of health, and I wish the best for all their families.
I have money that they were trying to steal.
There's no justice in Romania, unfortunately.
Did you hurt any girl?
Of course not.
Hello, my name's Doug, and I've created a video tutorial called What to Message a Girl for Online Dating Success. The reason why I've created this product is to help those men out there who are dating online but are not getting the replies or getting the dates that they desire. My product will teach you what to message a girl, what not to message a girl, when to message a girl, how to respond when you're not sure what to write, what to do if she doesn't reply, how to get her phone number, and how to communicate to get online dating success. If you're getting matches and no success, this product is for you. It's what you need to do today to start getting success with your matches. I'll also be talking about other issues such as how to spot red flags, identify time wasters, to stay out the friend zone, how to deal with ghosting, simmering and icing. Not only will I be giving you exactly what you need, copy and paste, I'll also be explaining to you the reason why I'm writing what I'm writing so you can understand the psychology and know what behaviours to look out for and which ones to avoid. This product is packed with value. I've tried to cram as much as I can into a short amount of time as possible while being the most informative. If you're a man and you're confused and frustrated with what to text with online dating, this product is the solution for you to get more dates in less time. Click the link in the description box below to buy the product and change your dating life forever.